Domri, do your thing.
Hey.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going good.
It's
How's it going with you guys?
It's going. We talked all day today. Like
we did. There was a lot
you
going
two
on.
did. I like popped in every once in a while, like typed in LOL or
sent a TikTok.
I have to poop.
Yeah,
like
TikTok. That's how you like contribute to the conversation. You're like, here's a TikTok that doesn't really go in this
have
situation.
Anything to do with what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I watched it. I thought of you guys. I posted it, and then I just I dip back out.
You're like, hey, bye.
Yeah, I know. I like respond to it, and she does. That's it. Like,
yeah,
it's just
never
there.
again. I'm just like, okay.
And then she sends a different TikTok.
Yeah.
Like
an hour later, I do, and then you guys are like, oh, okay. I'm gonna respond to this, and she's just gonna ignore it. So all right.
The group chat is lit.
It's just random rambles.
Yeah,
we never finish a conversation.
No,
we never say hello or goodbye.
We just there's no start or finish. Yeah.
We're always just like they'll respond when they respond. Like
that's what I love about messaging. There's not stressful. Like there's no expectations. I can just be like blah 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 and then leave. And then
what I do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then but I can come back and then continue on blah blahing. It's good.
Good stuff.
It's great. Yeah. So some of us will like stay up late and like talk till 1 a.m. and then one of us will be sleeping. And
then we have to back read
the next morning, and there's like 200 unread messages. You're like, what?
What happened? And it's nothing. Nothing's important ever.
No. I learned my lesson that you don't actually need to read it all for context.
No, we'll talk about it again later.
Yeah.
If it's important, we'll tag you. You know,
basically, yeah. Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm just drinking my Pabst Blue Ribbon tonight. So PBR represent. Woo.
Woo. Sonia?
Just the rum and
Ranger Ale?
What is this juice? No, it's juice.
Oh.
Punch? It's punch. That's what it is.
Okay.
Fruit punch.
I am being fancy, and I'm having a hot chocolate with red velvet Baileys and marshmallow fluff on top.
Ooh. That would be a good drink for. Actually, wait, never mind. We're in the future. I forgot.
Yeah, we're a few weeks ahead of what's happening.
Edit it out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a winter drink.
It's a winter drink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what
all the way till February. Yeah.
So last week we talked about am I the asshole? And I was like, okay, I'll ask everybody. And I'm like invisible, which is weird because I'm so obnoxious. I thought maybe somebody would read it. But I got zero response except for Jessica because she's my number one fan.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, I had a thought about this, and I'm not thinking that people aren't seeing it. I'm thinking people don't know how to respond because they don't want to offend. Because especially if they know it's you.
Yeah, maybe. They're like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, they don't want to be like, yeah, you're the fucking asshole. How dare you not talk to them? You know, like they don't want to come out with that is my thought. And so then they don't react to it because they want to be like, I didn't see it. Yeah, I was so close.
Yeah, I'm blind. But that would be a good theory if this doesn't happen to me all the time. All the time. Like, and I'm so obnoxious, and like, there's not even anybody telling me to shut up. It's just, like, I don't know what.
I should have posted for you. I would have got response.
I know. That's what I don't understand.
Okay, that will be the experiment this week, Dawn.
It'll be, Dawn Marie, am I the asshole? You will do that. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna pick up new topics. Okay. Not new topics. I have topics. I'm gonna pick them out for you guys. Okay. And then the word. I'm running out of words. I'm going to have to get new words. Well, probably the same words, but there's only so many words you can use.
There's There is so many words you can use. There's a freaking dictionary. Pick it up.
Okay. I know, but like we can't like put like oath. Like say the word was oath. We never say oath.
Yeah, you got to think of common words. There's only like 200 common words.
The word common right there. You just used it 3 times.
So like this is like another time one. I don't understand.
The time Sonia wants to be in their future and the past. One or the other. Like, she just doesn't want to be present.
I don't. Oh no, I really don't. No, thank you. Okay, so this is it. If you don't have to sleep, what would you do with that extra time? I am already not sleeping. Like 2 hours? I don't know what I would do. Okay, and then the drink word is, it's a little one. It's O, but I read it upside down and it's ho. It's O.
It's both. We can't say ho or O.
No ho or O's.
No ho or O's.
Okay. So like, yeah, if you didn't have to sleep, well, sometimes I sleep like 5 hours, but like sometimes I'm so tired that I can't function.
Yeah, so, that's like, what I was going to say. I was going to be like, it's not just not sleeping, it's not feeling tired.
Yeah. Oh, that your brain doesn't like shut down. You're not like,
I sleep all night and there's still half the day I can't do anything because I'm so tired. That's like 3/4 of my day of not doing anything because I'm either sleeping or tired. That's a lot of time I can do things.
Or
if I didn't
or you sleep like, or if you do finally have that nap, you sleep too hard during that nap. Like you nap too hard and you're tired for the rest of the freaking day.
Yeah. You have like residual sleepiness.
You wake up, you don't know what time it is. You can't tell if it's like morning or night, you know.
You're
the sun's just going down.
Just like, I should have just stayed in bed the whole time. But
you missed a bus and you've never had to take a bus for school. Like it's
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my best friend when I was like in school, like 11 or 12, 13, we used to like I had to walk past her apartment to get to school. So we met every morning to go to school. And it was like 6 p.m. It was kind of winter months, fall months. So it was starting to get dark. And I get a phone call from her because we used phones back then. And she was like, where are you? Like, we have to get going. Oh, yes, it must have been closer to 8 p.m. But yeah, she's like, where are you? We're going to be late for school. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's like nighttime. Turns out she napped and her dad told her it was a.m.
Oh my God.
And let her watched her while she was on the phone with me thinking she was going to be late for school. So yeah, naps can ruin your life.
And then parents gaslight it. You can help.
And this was before even like cell phones, so like they didn't even make content out of it. They just used to do that for fun.
Yeah, parents used to torture their kids just for shits and giggles, not for TikTok. Back in my day, it was just for fun.
That was when parenting was good.
they did it for free. Like now they're trying to make money, you know.
I feel like it was a wasted opportunity. Like I could have like tormented my kids so much and like recorded
my mom would have been a billionaire. Okay, like she would not just torment me. No, she would attack my friends. Sonia got it a few times. Natalie's gotten it quite a bit. Like my mom was bad.
Yep.
My mom's good at putting on face. in a good way. You just had to throw that in her, like, making sure.
She was funny, but like, yes.
Or like there a lot of family homes I went to were really depressing growing up. A lot of alcoholism with my friends' parents. Like my one friend's dad was like verbally abusive to like his wife while people were there. Like and then he was like, I'm just kidding. Ha 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 ha. But like you're just called her a fat hoe. Like
but
drink.
Oh no.
And then you said, "Oh no, drink again."
Oh,
again.
Okay, I was more common of a word than I thought it was going to be. And like, it was terrible. Like, thankfully, the mom left the guy. But like, what I would never do is like teach their own. But like, if my dad was like abusive to my mom, I would not continue a relationship with him in my adult years. Like, that's not something I would do. Like, but people do it. And it's just like, or like if my mom was abusive, I would not. Like, same with my another friend. Like, the mom was like, ooh, and they'd like, yeah, and like now my friend is like taking care of like her mom like the best she can. Like, she's living not to the best of her life abilities because she's busy providing for her mom, but like she's been doing that her whole life. Like,
well, and that's part of it too. Like, a lot of these kids are groomed into taking care of their parents.
Yeah.
You know, so it's either like even if one of the parents is abused, they get used to taking care of that abused parent. That it's like they become like that caregiver as a child, and it's really hard to get rid of that when you're an adult. And like sometimes they feel like guilt, like I should have done something.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, you were a kid.
There's nothing you can do.
Like, you know, and just and then of course you get all the comments of, but that's your dad, that's your mom, and you don't want to explain to every.
You only have one family, blood thicker than water. I hate that phrase.
Yeah, well, and you don't want to like have to explain to every stranger you meet that like, no, they abused me.
Like, so you just put up with it, so you don't have to like explain your life.
Yeah, there's a TikTok out there with a nurse that's like, she's like, you know, I work in a lot of nursing homes, and I see a lot of these elderly people without visitors, and you automatically normally think, you know, how cruel were these kids to not visit their grandparents or their children or their mother and stuff. But in reality, these grandparents were abusive to the parents and the grandchildren, and that's why they don't have visitors.
In
like,
the 80s, in the 80s, they had to play commercials to remind parents to like, do you know where your kids are?
Yeah.
Did you give your kid a hug today? Like, they had to like remind them.
But like, nothing changed. Like, there's like in the summertime, they're like, leave your cell phone in the back seat so you don't forget your baby in the car. Like, nothing has changed. It's the same thing, different warnings.
Yeah, like, it's just it's I don't know. It's, you know, some people shouldn't be parents, and I don't know.
You know what pisses me off is that these people who shouldn't be parents are like, their kids can function in society. Here I am with fucking kids. I can't do shit.
Why didn't you neglect your kids, Sonia? Maybe like a little bit, like not a lot of neglect. You know, you don't want them like starving and being dirty and whatever. Just like a little bit of neglect, like just a little bit. Might have
tried so hard, but then I would have to like do more cleaning up a mess than like there's shit all over the newspaper. No.
What were you neglecting there? Potty training?
Whatever it was. I don't know. They're like teenagers and there's still newspaper down. But like, for real, like, well, like my kids, the oldest has a learning disability, and then so I just do everything anyway, right? So I think like slowly they'll learn, because they need to like practice 100 times the same activity to almost remember it. Like, it's like, because they don't remember, like, so like they'll get taught something but they won't remember.
Yeah, and then I get that.
The next one's only 16, right? Like, so they still have time, and I'm sure eventually, but there's no signs. I don't see it. Like, usually you see like independence where they're like, oh, I can do everything myself. I want a job. Like, I want a driver's license. I want out of here. Yeah. It's too comfortable. I need to stop cooking with cheese.
That's what you got to do.
I can stop cooking with cheese.
My son, I did, and my kid wants out.
My son is 12, and he already knows he can't drive because of his epilepsy. So he's already made plans to like live with us for like the majority of his life, like basically until he finds a wife. You know, I guess. And if he finds a wife, they might just move in. Like, it's kind of I kind of view maturity as like, childhood milestones. It's like not every child meets that milestone at 2 or at 3 or at 4 that they're supposed to, in quotations, meet. And so it's like not every 18-year-old is going to be mature enough to fucking live on their own. But I know plenty of 16-year-olds that could. So it's kind of like some people will hit it before, some people will hit it after, you know? Like, your brain's not developed until you're 25. So
it's the people with trauma that age younger. So like, I think that's what it is. Like, I didn't grow up very comfortable. So like, I had to grow up really quickly. And my kids are too comfortable. It's not that they're too comfortable, but like, they have everything they could ever desire. They've never had their heat shut off. They've never been like eating only bologna sandwiches every day for lunch.
And ramen noodles. And
they get 12 choices of food every meal. Like this, they have whatever they want. Like they're never going hungry. They're maybe I just need to like not feed them and not have lights.
And warm water.
Do Earth Day, but like to, you know, the max. Like make it like a whole fast, no power,
no warning.
Mom's gone. You're on your own.
That's great with kids with autism. Like, hey, oh, sorry, I didn't pay the bills.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm fine with my kid living with me for a while. As long as he's not being a dick. That's
it, right? Like, and the housing market, like, unless they're like joining a commune or something, a cult, they're not going to be able to move out. Like that's
and like, if they live with us, they'll join our commune and each get their own house eventually anyway.
Exactly. Like, go for it.
Well, I think Nick is only going to move out for college if he goes. We'll see. And then he'll just move right back home. I don't see him actually like getting an apartment after. I see him coming right back home.
Like with his like college girlfriend. They're all moving in.
They'll have their second child by the time they come back. Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay. Or you're the son's mom. You know what I mean? Like, so you probably they'll move into the girls, like the wife's parents' house. Like that's usually the most common
unless she gets like disowned for being a hoe.
Yeah.
Drink.
Pregnant in college twice.
Yeah, well, she obviously she probably would have had to drop out because if he was going to college, he wasn't helping with the kids at the time.
Right, you both can't go to college at the same time.
No, yeah. So
or they both go and they leave me the goddamn grandchildren, and that'll be my life.
Well, then they're moving in with you. Then at that point, you have the rapport with the grandchildren,
or they just give me my grandchildren and they take off somewhere. Who knows? That could be my life.
That'd be good life. Although no, I like naps.
Yeah,
if I didn't need to nap, I could have babies. That's like kind of like, oh, you know, it'd be awesome if we had another kid to fuck up. And like then we're like, no, because we're like old now and we're really tired and like we really like naps. So if I never had to sleep, I could have another baby. But instead, I'm probably gonna get another dog or some other kind of farm animal.
Yeah, we knew after Lyric, while I was pregnant with Lyric, like that was it. It was, no, I didn't want a big family. I don't have the energy I barely have the energy now. And thank God, because I have 2 special needs kids. I didn't know that they were at the time. So my husband went and got snipped. And to all the men listening, because we have a very large male audience.
Yeah.
If you do not want children, go get snipped. It doesn't. The incision is so small that they don't even stitch it up. It's a bandage. It's an in and out procedure. You just got a little bit of ice for a couple days, and it's one incision for both vesicles. And the only thing that hurts a little bit is when they numb you. So.
Yeah, when Kyle had to get his done, they when you give blood, They had to have like the rubber band. They tied a rubber band around his balls. He said that was the most uncomfortable part of it. I don't know if they do the rubber band anymore, but that was like
I think they still
ago.
Yeah. Chris just got his 4 years ago or 5 years ago. 4 years ago. Yeah, Lyrics 4. And he's a big wimp. He listens to this podcast.
So you're whispering.
He's a big wimp when it comes to like pain. He did faint, but he only fainted during the stand up. He stood up too fast. And they just
that doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. So he sat down for a little bit and he was fine. He's fine. He got it done.
Yeah. Kyle drove himself home because I don't drive. He's like, it's fine. And I was like, felt really bad. And then he was like, you had 4 kids. Like, this is
exactly.
Not a
Thank you.
Like, because I would like cry because like my vagina would be on fire. Because like, you know, after you give birth, you've just been ripped apart. And then he's just like, this is nothing. Like, you don't have to worry about me at all. Like, it's your turn to nap. Because
my daughter was over 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. If I can do that, you can do a bandage incision.
Yeah. No, he was like so sweet about it. And like, I was like, oh, like, what do you need? Like, because the kids were a lot younger and we would take turns napping again because we need sleep.
Yeah.
And that I suggest all new parents take turns napping because, you know, it really helps with your relationship and your relationship with your kids. So it would be like my turn to nap, but I was like, okay, like you just had like your testicles like mutilated. He's like, it's fucking nothing. Go have your nap. So like, it was, so it's nothing. If you can skip your nap, it's nothing. You're just
well, I'm just like, okay, I'm a little bitter. I had this friend. We're not friends anymore. But
oh no.
I had this friend and she has a lot of kids. Like a handful of kids. And her husband will not get snipped. He refuses. And she's like had IUD problems. You know, some of these babies were surprised. Well, actually, most of them were. And I'm just, what a dick. Like, I'm like, you're married to a pussy.
But like, if you don't want kids and you can't do birth control, you could.
Oh yeah, he refuses to wear a condom too.
Yeah,
like
that's. But you're a grown ass woman. Just say no. Yeah. Like that's you. And then if you're being pressured, it's rape, and you deserve better. Like that's what it like.
I feel like it's like the fear of leaving when you have a handful of children, especially in this economy.
Yeah.
Just stay living in the same house. Like
don't leave. It's a marital home.
That's it, right? That's a lot of people now are doing what's called like shared nesting, where like whoever has custody of the kids is the one staying at the house. So like they, instead of the kids going like to different houses,
back and forth, it's the parents.
It's the parents.
So like, that's so cool.
Yeah. So Kyle and I separated for a while, and that's what we did. Like it was like.
That's so cool. And I say that as being like an every other weekend child.
Yeah.
Like, you know, having to go to my dad's every other weekend, every other Wednesday. Like that would have been so cool.
It's better. It's better for the kids to not have to move. So like it's the kids' house. Really, when you have the house and you have a bunch of kids, that house is no longer the adult's house. It's the kids' house. Like that's you know, it sucks to be you. Shouldn't have kids. If you don't want to have to worry about your kids having a place to stay, don't have kids.
Yeah. I hate parents that are like, oh, it's only for 18 years.
No,
it's like, and do you just like hate your children?
Like, as soon as they turn 18, they're no longer your kids. Like,
fuck you, have a nice life. Like, you just drop them off at like, I don't know, the bus stop.
Oh my gosh. A lot of like kids who aren't ready to like move out and get kicked out end up being addicted to drugs and like dead. So like, and like Kara
dealing with the trauma.
Yeah, and like Kara's one of those kids that if I were to kick her out, she would probably be in an abusive, like find an abusive relationship to survive, and drugs and what other nonsense. It happens. It's like survival.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
there's like so many thousands of missing teenagers in the States. Like, and there has been for decades. Like, they're never found. No trace, no body, no nothing. It's like, you know, like that happens because they get mixed up, like they get hidden in with the homeless people, and they don't try to identify homeless people.
No. And if you're homeless, you're old enough to be homeless. But we have that problem here too. Canada is just really shitty and does not share its stats. Yes. Like, you have to search for them, and know how to search. Yeah.
And the stats seem on a smaller scale because we are a smaller country with very like dense areas. So like you have to look at like a percentage per capita and that kind of stuff, because small towns,
not number of people.
Yes, because small towns have like high percentages per capita of homeless people. Like it's, but you'll read it and you'll be like, oh well, like 40 homeless people, you know, big cities, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like 40 out of like 2,000, like, you know.
Yeah. And they ship them off. If you in Fort Erie, it used to be when we started living there, you couldn't find homeless people, but it got so bad at the end that they started getting tent communities. But there's no shelter in Fort Erie, so they would take you to St. Catharines and Niagara Falls. Like, that's just like, bye.
Well, they do that in the States too. Like, they ship them all. Red states ship all their homeless people off to blue states,
where there's like social services.
That's literally what it is. Like, I remember like pre-COVID going to California for like the first time, and we were in Santa Monica, and there's just so many just out and about homeless. And you always know that like the out and about homeless, that's barely the tip of the iceberg of the amount of homeless people that there actually are. And there was so many. And it was just like mind-boggling because, you know, around certain areas they can hide easier and you don't see them. And it's like it's kind of like sad to see that class disparity in real life, you know?
Yeah. When you don't actually deal with it every day. Like,
yeah. That's why I always try to carry change and give it to buskers and everything whenever I get a chance, you know?
I used to in Hamilton give change all the time, but then people started getting aggressive. Like, they're like, oh, I saw you gave that guy money. I'm like, yeah, that's all I had. Like, but then they would like try and fight you. You're like, well, sorry, bud, you could try, but like, I don't have anything.
Yeah. It's like, are you going to rob me? Like, is that... like that,
yeah, now it's robbing, right? Like, you're no longer asking me for money, you're trying to rob me, like that. So I stopped before a safety reason. Like, it's now I just give to communities I know are helping, like those.
And this is why we need to vote for better government.
Even if you vote for you think is good government, it just nothing happens. You're like, oh, like they have good policies. They're like, that party has done good things. Like, they're the ones that like did the like universal health care. You're like, okay, they'll be fine. But then they don't do anything. Nobody does anything anymore. We need a reboot.
we need more progressives, because I find what happens is longtime politicians start playing the game more, and that's when nothing happens. And like, if you only have a couple progressives, they can't get anything done. So it's like, you know, we get to thank the NDP for barely pushing Trudeau and shit to like do things during COVID. It's like, no, a lot more should have been done, and pushing him slightly is not enough for credit.
No, sorry. Sorry, Mr. Singh.
Yeah. Well, and everyone, because like I would fucking have... It would have been really hard for me to like hold my tongue against my own party at that point. Like, if I was in the NDP, like I've been like, no, we should have fucking did more. And Trudeau's a little bit pathetic, a little bit of a pussy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Trudeau meet me in the parking lot at 2.
That's what we should do. It's like, well, schoolyard brawls. Like, that'd be great. Like, he did.
If I win, everyone gets, you know, like actual living wage during a pandemic. You know,
they're still not.
We're not going to ask them to pay back that $2,000, because if they requested it, I'm sure they probably needed it. Like, it's $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. How much you have in your pockets right now, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you have $2,000 in your pocket right now.
If Chandler can beat up Trudeau, I can beat up Trudeau.
Chandler Bing?
Yeah. He beat up Trudeau. They were in school.
No, it was a rumor. Matthew Perry actually said that no, it never happened. There was a rumor.
I don't care. In my head, it happened. I played it out 100 times. What are you
Matthew
talking
Perry's
about?
Canadian?
No. Yes.
There's this rumor going around, and on the Tonight Show or Tonight Show, he said, "Yeah, I beat up Trudeau." Blah blah blah, and it went viral.
Okay.
The clip was taken out of context. What he said is his friend said that you beat up Trudeau, and he's like, I didn't, but I'm gonna take credit for it.
Like I would love that kind of credit. Someone said,
and I'm giving him credit for it, so I failed to see the problem.
If Chandler Bing can beat you up, so can I.
Exactly. That'd be a good shirt. Chandler Bing can beat you up, so can
all the right wings would buy that, though.
Yeah, your point.
Yeah.
Can you imagine them buying left-wing merch? That's hilarious. I would love to make money off that side of the political spectrum. Let's do it. Let's create our own grift. It'll be like a special.
So like if you didn't have to sleep, you can make all these merch shirts.
Yeah. Are you kidding? I would be recording all the time. I would do those 24-hour live streams, but for real.
For realsies. There'll be no sleeping time.
No. Yeah, I just realized we have not talked about this.
I know. I keep trying to go back and we keep going randomly again.
Yeah, no. If I did not have to sleep and I always felt like I had the best sleep in my life, I'm refreshed. I would do all the projects that I want to start, but I just never start because the cleanup seems daunting.
Yeah, because you're getting tired.
I wouldn't be tired, so I'd be able to do the cleanup. You know, like okay. For our YouTube listeners, in the background, there's still my extra cotton candy balls back there from when I did a cotton candy costume in October. I still haven't moved them since because I hate the cleanup part of arts and crafts.
Cleanup is stupid. You know what? If my kids were fucking useless, they could clean up. They don't. They just get overwhelmed with like the tiniest of messes.
Okay, I know what Dawn would do if she had 24 hours with no sleep.
Okay, what would I do?
She'd write her book.
Yes. Yeah. I was going a different.
Well, she does that anyway. The no sleep part has nothing to do with
that's why
that.
I don't sleep right now.
Wink.
That's the current problem of why I don't sleep.
Because you're too busy. You got fucking carpal tunnel.
That's why she can't write.
Yeah. Her hands are all like this.
From
this
the fucking
is my
research,
strong
okay?
hand.
Actually, you'd be proud of me, Jessica. I did start writing. I'm writing down every day. Yay! So maybe I'll have that book done
one day
next year. Yeah.
In the next year. A year's a good timeline.
Yeah. Most writers that write a good book, it takes them a year.
Yeah. If you write 1 page a day, that's 365 pages.
Yeah.
That's good math. If it's a leap year, it's 366.
But that's what I'm saying. So depending on the length of the book you want, aim for 1 page a day. Just force yourself 1 page a day. But if you feel like it's flowing and you want to do more, do more. But force 1 page a day. Because then it's 365. That's your minimum.
Yeah.
But
minimum.
You could end up with like 400 plus. And then you're like, sweet, I wrote so much, you know?
And then you have to organize your thoughts. And then afterwards.
Well, that's what I'm doing now.
Edit.
I'm trying to categorize like things that I want in the book. And like, that's my pregame process going on right now.
Yeah, you got a pregame. Yeah.
Yeah. You know who I learned it really pre-games their book writing? R.L. Stine.
Oh, R.L. Stine. I love you, R.L. Stine.
He does like a 5-page like questionnaire thing on like how he's like what he's trying to do for each chapter. Each chapter he writes what he wants. In like one paragraph he writes what the chapter is going to be about, and like he already has like the title and all this stuff, and then he goes and he writes the book. I watched his master class. It blew my mind. I was like, you do it the way my teachers told me to do it.
Yeah, that's all I do.
And I could never do it that way though. I was like, I have to write everything and then reorganize.
Yeah, I'm writing a book for Danica's birthday, and it's like that's how I started it. I'm like, okay, this is how many chapters I want it, and like this is what the chapters will have in it. And then I'm at the part where I don't know if I want dialogue. Like I hate it because like I personally don't like listening to conversations, so I don't want to write about conversations.
Like, yeah, well, you don't write about. You don't write like writing dialogue is different than speaking dialogue.
It is.
In writing dialogue, we do a lot of filler. We do a lot of you know, like it's in writing dialogue. They're like, no, this is what we're saying.
Yeah, but
and if we're adding us and stuff, it's because we're like nervous. Like we're doing it for a literary reason, you know?
Yeah. But in my head, I don't have conversations. I have actions. So like I can be part of conversations, but I can't watch conversations unless it's like a TV thing. And then I have all this other stuff I can focus on, like the scenery or that Mike is showing and it shouldn't. So, you know, like all like the Easter egg kind of stuff. So it's my brain just hates conversations. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. I talk to myself all the time. Like I'm a big
so do I.
Dialogue.
No, I have inner dialogue, but it's action based. Like
no, I have conversations.
Are you hearing voices? Like, is it telling you to do things?
No, no. But like, I also have to like I can't have my brain like wander. I have to focus thought. So I have to be like, okay, like I make lists and stuff, but it's never like if my brain does wander, it's never conversations. It's actions, like detailed actions. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's really hard to picture someone else's brain.
Yeah, Kyle has no mind's eye. Like it's just black. He only thinks in words. Like not like words popping up in his brain, but like just like words. I'm like I don't fucking understand how that works, but
yeah, I don't even know how Chris thinks. I know he thinks in French.
Because that's the first language, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if he thinks in French that much anymore, to be fair, because he's been living in an English household for like 6 years.
So it's own world and it's French world. Like it's like Disneyland.
Or I'm like brainwashing him with my English.
You're ruining corrupting him.
More and more English. Yeah.
I don't think in French. I used to.
That's something I would do if I didn't have to sleep. I would learn a new language.
Ooh.
Like I'd have all these extra time.
I'd keep trying to learn a new language, but it has nothing to do with lack of sleep or anything. I just I hate it.
But think of all those extra hours you'd have if you weren't tired. You could spend like 6 hours a day on fucking, you know, you still have like 18 hours to go, you know, of the rest of your day to do things. You could spend like a full school day, 7 days a week, just fucking pumping out Duolingo. I don't know how people learn languages.
Duolingo is impressive. I like did Klingon really good for like 5 days, and it's just been harassing me since.
I know.
It's not good.
It's like it sends me emails every once in a while. It's like, hey, do you still want to, you know?
I turned off notifications and it still pops up. Like,
I remember when they were big on TikTok. Duolingo, like the big bird mascot was like doing all the TikTok trends, and people were like, no, like he's like twerking to like Lizzo and stuff, like a big bird.
You're causing me trauma.
I think if I couldn't sleep, like if I was able to not like get tired, I think I'd spend more time on me. Like I would do more like spa stuff on myself, like pamper myself, like paint my nails and like do my hair and wax and
like take care of yourself.
I'd actually take care of myself. I feel like I don't. because it's sleep or pamper myself, and I'm all like, fuck that, I'm gonna take sleep. Like, no.
Well, and it's always the like, well, what's the point? Like, if you're not going anywhere, if you're not, it's like, why waste that time if I'm not doing anything? Yeah. But if you have like an extra, like all this time, you might as fucking well,
Yeah, if I feel like if
I had extra 8 hours, I would just eat. Like, it's not good. Like, I'm already struggling, not losing weight, and I don't eat that much, and like I work out 2 hours a day, and I'm just stuck at the same. I need it's not like I'm eating junk food, like you guys know. I'm like no sugar, like it's terrible. But I have health problems. That's like, I'm sure the average person would like Dawn Marie or Jessica there would be like,
well, maybe maybe because you don't sleep that much, that the not sleeping will like help.
Maybe, yeah.
I won't need metabolism.
Yeah,
my metabolism will wake up. Maybe,
yeah, because it's always going to be awake, right? There's no low. If you know what I'm saying.
And maybe my muscles won't be tired all the time, so my body won't hurt all the time. Yeah. Like,
you could work out 4 hours a day. You could split
and
it
won't
up.
Hurt. Yeah,
we'll just split it up. 2 hours here, 2 hours at night.
There you go. Then like my muscles won't cramp out. Like, I won't have to...
well, I mean, this is more for me. I'm projecting. I would have more time to like cook and plan healthy meals.
Yeah, that takes so much fucking time.
Yeah, and like prep. It takes so much fucking prep, and it's like I get like 30 minutes to cook each meal. Like, that's it. So
if you're lucky.
Yeah. So it's like I'm doing my best. But like, if I had that extra time, I could like prep things, make things a little easier, like not have to worry about eating into my other time and other things to prep those things.
My family will still sleep, right? Like, is
that's what I'm hoping. I refuse to ask that question.
Yeah. It's just me that stays awake.
Yeah.
But could I sleep if I want to? Because like the best sleep I ever have is like after like sexy times, and like that's like my favorite sleep. Like, it's just so relaxing. It's just,
if you sleep, you die.
Post-orgasm.
That's how you die.
Yeah, post-orgasm. Sleep, you die. I don't want to do that.
Well, we can make it everything we want, Sonia. We keep doing that. We keep taking the problem and being like, hey, how about we just invite 40 people and make it a big fucking dinner party orgy dance club? Why? Oh, we have to be in solitary? Let's make it in our own fucking house. Like, we can't keep doing that. We have to take the problem and stick with it.
But they're not real.
Be more specific with these questions then.
I just want to live my life.
Okay. So, how about this? Everyone can stay up and everyone can go to sleep when they want, but it's never needed.
Okay. Like, but my kids need to sleep. Could they be?
No. You could like send them to their room, and then if they get bored enough, they'll just be like, I'll sleep 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, they'll play video games. All the video games I can play. They're on my play list, but I get too tired.
I'm always like, I can't start a game unless I have like a solid 4 hours.
Yes, like I can't play just for 30 minutes. like I can't.
Chris does. My husband does. I have no idea. He like plays it. He'll be like, "Yeah, I'll come up after this game," and I'm like, because he just plays matches of Apex, and it's fine. It's like 15 minutes, and he's done. And I'm like,
I can't do that.
How?
I can't do that with books either. I need
at
least 3
I
hours.
can't do that.
Yeah. If it's like, I'll just read for 20 minutes, that's not happening. No.
Yeah, no.
Like, you
not
just
if it's a good booking, like you're right into it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So
maybe
I could read all
that's why
books.
we have so many issues. We need too many hours to do things.
Yes. And like, I was just talking to Dawn Marie the other day. I'm like, I feel like I get less time than everybody else. Like, everybody else is on a 24-hour clock, and I only have 12. Like, I don't understand how I'm so busy. And like everyone else is like living their lives. They're going to work, they're working out, they're taking care of their kids, they're like on vacations. I'm like, what? Where are you getting your extra
we
time?
did that though. You just said you work out, we went on vacation.
Yeah, but I can only do one of those things at a time, like a day.
Okay.
I can't do all those things in a day.
Yeah.
These people are doing like projects at work. They're like succeeding at life. I'm
it's
like,
all
man,
fake. It's all fake.
It's fake.
They just all make it
all
up for social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope so, because I feel like I'm falling behind.
Well, it's funny because so Caleb will go to school for 6 hours, and you think 6 hours is a long time. It is not, because I dropped him off, came home, I decided I needed a nap. I was tired. I woke up and it was like 12:30. I made lunch for myself, and then I scrolled on my phone for an hour, and then I had to go pick him up. It just went by.
I scrolled for a whole hour and it's gone.
And all of a sudden 3 hours passed. I have no fucking idea.
TikTok, and then bam, I had to go pick up my kid. It flies.
I just know that I'm lazy now, straight up. I'm just like, you know what? If I have to watch my daughter not kill herself all day, then the dishes aren't going to get done by me. I made you guys food. I'm not going to do them.
I'm not going to do that.
If there's no dishes when I go to cook, well, you ain't fucking eating. I don't care. I have my jobs. My job is to keep the kids alive.
That's it. And the kids are alive.
And cook you food.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That's what I don't understand. And then we have 2 adults that are struggling with the less amount of hours. We're both doing stuff all day and nothing's getting done.
With my 24 hours, I will make more money working at home for I can work extra hours, and then I'll use that money to hire a maid.
Oh,
instead of using those hours to clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you don't want to clean.
No.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Is not going to be. Yeah, no.
I'll pay someone well to do a hard job.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I want to make the money. I'm not even making the money in the hours I have. I want the more hours to make some money and maybe get a maid once a week. That's
all I would need. Maintaining is easy. It's the cleaning that's difficult.
The deep clean is just
it's I wipe off my counter every day.
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna scrub my baseboards.
Exactly.
I always wash my baseboards every time.
I hate that.
That's why I don't clean every day. I think that's the problem. Is that I'm it takes me 10 hours. So I'm okay, now I was waiting for it to get trashed again because it took me 10 hours.
Now that it's winter, so snow and the salt off the boots, my baseboards are gonna get to shit, and it's gonna piss me right off. But I hate doing them. I hate it. Oh, biggest pet peeve.
No, I can't have anybody in my house unless I've just cleaned for 10 hours. That's I can't.
I know. I'm having my in-laws for Christmas and I'm dreading it. I want them. I feel like Christmas should be where the kids are.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. Life should be where the kids are.
Right. And I'm like, that's so much.
So much.
It's just so much. So I got it. We're recording this on the 2nd, so I have 23 days.
Oh shit! Our Christmas, we celebrate Christmas on the winter solstice. So yeah, I got 19 days.
Oh damn!
But no one's coming over. It's just my kids. I'm just cleaning for my kids. It's not a big deal.
We haven't had the in-laws over in a year and a half.
I'm taking my kids to my in-law, so I don't have to, clean my house.
That's
Dawn's making smart moves.
Yeah. So we live 13 hours away. So after our Christmas, because we celebrate a different day, we are traveling to the in-laws, and we're staying at their house. So that's good. I don't have to clean. Yeah. Although I usually do dishes or whatever while I'm there because I'm a
that's
host.
nice.
That's a guest. I'm a guest. Yeah. But Yeah. I don't have to clean I don't have to clean up after dogs. The kids do not make the mess, okay? Their rooms are fucking disgusting, but I don't have to see that. The dogs are the worst. There's mud, and then my senior cat is gross, and then it's the kitchen. You know what? My kids are fucking gross. The kitchen is always full of like cereal boxes, food wrapper. Like, they don't ever put anything. And I'm like, you forgot something. Like, but I like say that so many times, I've given up, and I'm just like cleaning it up myself. Like that's.
We got like for Ernest, he had like a big streak of him just like leaving the empty wrappers everywhere. And then we told him, we're like, you are in charge of the dishes Monday through Friday. One load in the morning has to be in before noon. Like, we're just like in before noon, very broad. But as long as it's in before noon, then we'll have clean dishes for dinner, et cetera, et cetera. And he started doing it because we pay him $10 a week for this one chore, but it's inflation, okay? $10, like it's not, And he all of a sudden he started like putting his wrappers in the garbage. He makes his own lunch and like stuff like that. And it was just like, I was like, that's all I had to do was show you one chore and make you do it and like create a habit that now you come down at lunchtime, put in the dishes, make your own lunch. Like that's good. I know. I was like, fuck, why am I so dumb sometimes? Like I could have had this like, But
no,
my kids does at a breaking point.
Yeah, my kids have to put dishes away, and they put them away wrong.
Yeah,
all the time. They're like, I just like them here. I was like, you motherfuckers.
No, so Nicholas. Oh, he's so bad. So like with our silverware, you know how you have like the different like sections where here
they go in special.
He goes like this. He grabs the bundle and just drops them, and I'm like, I'll have an aneurysm. I look like when I pulled the drawer and I see like them scattered, I literally like lose my shit in my mind. I'm like, oh my God, I can't look at this.
What's the problem? The drawer and I'm like,
yeah, fix it. Like I literally cannot, my mind can't wrap around that. And like I freak out internally. I'm like, no, I can't look at it. I can't do it. So then I get so mad and my whole day is ruined just by looking at that drawer.
They're assholes. They're assholes. Not only are they lazy pieces of shit, I love my kids. But they do, and then like they'll put like, so we have an island in our kitchen, so they'll put the clean dishes on the island, and then I think they're dirty, and I put them back in the dishwasher. I'm like, okay, I don't know how these got dirty, but I'm putting them back in, and like, you guys are fucking assholes. They're not going to listen to my podcast.
I think I'm just a lot more patient with stuff like that now, only because I moved in with a man who had lived at his parents' house for 28 years. So I had to go over chores and how to do certain things with him. That now, looking at a 12-year-old, I'm like, oh, it's understandable. Like, I don't want I don't want you to move out at 28 and not know what to do. It was just kind of like, just with Chris, we fought for years just about fucking chores. I swear to God.
But like Kyle had to do chores at home, and I'm still like,
he's not doing it either.
Fucker. If I ask, he does them. But like,
but that still means you're the emotional, like you're holding all that
micromanaging.
Yeah.
That's my life, and that's why I'm always tired because I'm busy micromanaging, and sleep doesn't help. Because in my brain, while I'm trying to sleep, I'm like, oh my God, this needs to get done. Like, I want to do an example. He could hear me ranting. The wood. My house is heated by wood. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to get us wood. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll get it. I was like, okay. So you don't want me to nag you because that's what I have to do. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. So we have enough wood to last us maybe until January. And it's cold until April. So like, I'm like, okay, I guess we're just going to have heaters.
Oh no.
So
did he say any?
He's like, yeah, I know. Like, I was like, you fucker. So like, he knows I don't like micromanaging, and he tries, but somehow it doesn't work. He's great. He does so much stuff. Like, it sounds like I'm calling him a bad person or stuff, but no.
We have a whole episode with reasons to love Kyle. So it's fine.
We can have a reason to hate him. And that is my comfort of being warm. Like, it's like, it's so cold. I have to like I don't want to turn on a heater because hydro is really expensive. Like, I don't want to have to pay $600 a month on staying warm. Like,
it's only $600 a month for hydro? With heating?
If I have my heater running all the time, yeah.
In my apartment in Belleville, 12 years ago, it was $600 a month for hydro when we had the heaters. Yeah.
What? That's crazy. My last house, I only paid $130 a month.
No, our heating bill shot up triple in the winter months.
Oh my gosh. And we have,
and we were on welfare.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, our door was crooked.
Yeah. So no, this house is not as insulated as my last house. Yeah, it's I hate it. I love this house, and I'm trying to find other reasons to hate it. Like, I'm like, I hate this of this house, but I like, that's because we're moving. Like, we were trying to move, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. But then now I'm trying to make a list of like everything I hate, because like I need to like focus on the negatives, so I don't feel so bad. I'm like, it's fucking shitty, but like the kids aren't happy, so like that's, you know,
that trumps everything, right? How we started this episode was the kids' home is the kids' home.
Yes, the kids' home is the kids. And then like I said that to like Kara, who's my oldest, and she's like, "This is your dream home, though." I'm like, "My dream home is a home you're happy in, and you're not happy, so like we have to fix that." Like, and if it's not anything here is going to help that, like you're upset because the people you've built a life with aren't here, then we have to leave. Like, that's because like for me, that's not an issue. Like, the people I've built a life with, like, well, like I can do this with you guys, but the people I built a life with are my husband and my kids, and they're with me. So like there's no loss there for me. But kids aren't like that, I guess. They have other, like, you shouldn't expect your kids to have the same relationship with you as you have with them, right? Like,
no.
They are my everything. I shouldn't be their everything. Like, if that's not their thing, then that's okay. Like, that's you brought them here. They didn't ask.
Exactly. Like, it's not.
So hopefully, so I'm just trying to focus on the negative. If I had more time, I'd just make a list of everything I hated.
Well, I guess we'll thank our listeners for listening to us. Very little talk about this subject.
No, but we didn't.
Okay, it was a busy day, and we had so much just to rant about.
Yeah.
So
we ranted about stuff we usually rant about.
I know, but we haven't done that in a while, I don't think.
A week? Like,
no, we ranted about unique things last week. I think these were things we haven't ranted about in a while. So for our new listeners, you've now been initiated. It happens sometimes. Sometimes we get sidetracked because life is living around us.
Yeah, with more hours of the day than what I have.
Oh my god, yeah. Last time I fell asleep, there was an asteroid.
I
don't want to fall asleep again.
I just want to sleep.
Okay, well, make sure to check out all our socials. Linktree / Opinionated Lushes.
That's where you'll find us.
Yeah,
that's where we are.
That's where we're pretty much on every social media, almost. Not the new ones. Don't go on the new ones. And just search Opinionated Lushes. We usually pop up.
Yeah. Just Google.
Yeah, we're like front page Google if you search Opinionated.
We're
Lushes,
top page.
So.
We're top page Google.
Yeah. That means we made it, guys.
Yeah. There's nobody else like this until other people start using the name. But until then.
Until then.
We're on top.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good night. Bye.